happen at Mania.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably one of the best matches.
I hope it's
Without
the
a
main
doubt.
event.
But if they already telling you, it's like...
They might change it then.
So it's work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how he rolls.
I'm glad that news
Yeah,
was broke.
he's already done that from our show.
Yeah.
Peanuts and... Well, I can see that shit.
I think it's qualification anyway. So
I hope not.
they don't lose either one.
Also, we have some matches added to WrestleMania. Triple H versus Sheamus, Randy Orton, Ted DiBiase, and Cody Rhodes are going to have a triple threat match. Thoughts on Triple H Sheamus? I think Triple H is going to win. Hopefully, you know, though, I mean, if they're going to push Sheamus, I don't see, there's no way he should be able to beat Triple H on the big stage. But maybe have a decent showing that, to that, like, you know, the next couple Raws, you know, if he comes down and attacks him, you know, whatever.
As long as he's not distracted.
Yeah.
Then he turns around and then turns around again because he gets the big kick.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Troy just supposed to turn heel.
Later on down the
Him
road.
losing to Sheamus might get that ball rolling.
Nah. I don't know.
No, if Sheamus is supposed to be a heel, and if Triple H loses to a heel, how does it look at Triple H turns it?
Whatever.
They're going to turn Sheamus good. Tail horse. Orton, DiBiase, and Rhodes. I think Orton.
Yeah, definitely.
I think Triple H should come out with a giant light. Sheamus. Getting light. Like, oh.
He'll win by count out.
Like a vampire. No.
Okay. Also announced this past week for the WWE Hall of Fame, Gorgeous George and Stu Hart. Both long overdue. I actually kind of already thought Gorgeous George.
So I thought he went in the first year, but
he's Wes doesn't know much about him, but he was actually kind of like one of the guys that really more or less I think started like sports entertainment. He was kind of like the flamboyant, kind of like Goldust is
he
now.
was the first star of wrestling.
And, he came out like with flashy robes, like Ric Flair has now.
Back out for kids,
All snooty and shit, you know. And Stu Hart, you know, just for Benoit, Brett,
That's right, we said it.
Owen, Jericho. I mean,
Davey Boy.
Davey Boy.
Yeah.
All the hearts.
Jim Neidhart. I mean, there's a fucking laundry list of guys that are
More
in
we
this
don't know
business
that
because
didn't
of
make
him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Twisted them into knots. Bad News Brown. There's a lot of guys that. So definitely, very glad to hear that Stu Hart's finally going to be immortalized. And now the WWR Hall of Fame is my pick this week, and it was The Undertaker. Guy that definitely is going to go into the WWE Hall of Fame.
I won't show up for that. Can't bring character. If his own induction, he won't be there.
He'll come out of a coffin or something. Thank you.
Yeah. He started his career as Mean Mark Callis. Okay?
True.
So everybody knows he's not a dead guy. Some of the accomplishments for him, he was a 4-time WWF champion. He was World Heavyweight Champion 3 times. 6-time Tag Team Champion with a couple different partners. Austin, Rock, Big Show, Kane. WCW Tag Team Champion with Kane.
Retired those belts.
Yeah, they won them from DDP and who better than Canyon?
Yeah.
Everybody. He was a hardcore champion. I forgot that he was a hardcore champion.
He beat RVD. And then he lost to Maven.
He's currently 17-0 at WrestleMania, which nobody's ever going to touch.
No. Nobody lasts on the roster long enough. 17 million.
He's 2007 Royal Rumble winner and a 5-time Slammy Award winner. Probably most of them for like match of the year and shit.
No arguments from anybody about Taker being in the Hall of Fame.
No
way.
We're too afraid.
He belongs in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
And now for the weekly top 5. I guess I'll kick it off. My number 5
is a drink of tea.
It's a precious moment. Hold on.
is
An important number.
WrestleMania 3, Macho Man and Ricky Steamboat. Technical classic, went 14 minutes, one of the greatest matches ever.
A lot of wrestlers consider that. My number 5 is Shawn Michaels and Razor Ramon, WrestleMania 10, the first ladder match. It was a classic match.
Yeah. You would have thought he had a beer up there, the way Scott Hall was trying to do.
Yeah, from
My number
five.
5 is the same as Joe's.
My number 5 is The Rock versus Hulk Hogan from WrestleMania 18. Just all the build up and just the hear about it. Hogan comes to WWE finally, but coming back again, and The Rock's there, and they mix it up a few times, like look see each other, and then finally they announce the match. It was like wow. And the best was Hogan was supposed to be the heel, and Rock the good guy, and the crowd is all chanting for Hogan. Yeah, and yeah, it was weird, but it was cool. It was cool to see Hogan back.
Yeah, because it was weird because he comes out to the NWO music,
Yeah.
and like the fucking roof valve blew off the place. Comes out like
Yeah.
he just
Vince changed the ending.
Yeah, yeah.
Because the way they were cheering, supposed to be running or something, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they just allowed them to have
changed it because Hogan was getting over so well. They
Yeah. And that's what gave him the.
Then they came at the end and turned on
title.
Hogan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, the NWO. So that was mine.
Good choice.
Very good choice. Damn. Number 4. My number 4 is going to be on my list for a couple matches. Is Mr. WrestleMania, Shawn Michaels, him and Chris Jericho, WrestleMania 20. It was a great match. I think it was actually Shawn's first WrestleMania back in a while.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And he just went out there and tore it up the only way he knows how to. I think he lost too. I can't remember.
I watched it today. Shawn won.
All right. Well, Shawn won, so great.
My number 4 is not because it was a classic match, so to say, but it's a historical match. It was WrestleMania 3, Hogan and Andre. Because they're not really wrestlers per se. It's not a Angle Benoit type match, but for historical significance, it's a great match.
Yeah.
I mean, Andre's first slam, his first pinfall loss. It was huge. 93,000 people saw it. Incredible.
My 4 was your 5. Razor and Shawn for the ladder match.
You copycat.
No, I'm serious.
I know. My number 4 is from WrestleMania 15, Stone Cold Steve Austin versus The Rock. It's the first time they fought at WrestleMania. They fought 3 times, but I thought the first was the best because you were in the middle of Austin Fest, the middle of that, and seeing him win the belt back, it was cool. And they're two legends going at it, definitely. It's really cool to see them both fight each other.
Yeah.
That was one of not one of the first times, but like for the world title.
Yeah.
It was really cool, I thought.
The Rock was a bad guy.
Yeah.
Very good. My number 3 is, again, has Mr. WrestleMania. It was Shawn versus Brett, the Iron Man match.
Oh, yeah.
First time ever an Iron Man match was contested at WrestleMania, and Vince was very adamant against it at first. And Brett and Shawn said, "We can do this." And it was an awesome match.
Yeah. Or Vince thought it wouldn't hold people's interest for an hour.
For an hour.
Stand
Man.
the award. Yeah.
And they were into it the whole hour. It even went into overtime.
Yeah.
Shawn
And that's when Shawn won the belt.
Yeah.
for the very
It was
first
that
time.
Boy of a dream.
Yep.
Crying in the
Great
ring, yeah.
moment to see him kneeling, clutching the belt. Awesome.
My number 3 match is WrestleMania 6, Hogan and Warrior. I think, again, they're not really wrestlers per se, but it was probably the best match of Hogan's career and the Warrior's career,
Definitely.
No matter
as much as it
no
was.
matter what hold they did, they kept kicking out of them.
Yeah, they both kicked out of each other's finisher, I believe. And, I think Warrior had like 2 splashes to beat him or something. It was a really good match. To see Hogan get pinned cleanly at a Mania.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then,
Hogan was the Cena of his day. He never got beat.
and then they shook hands and stuff at the
Yeah,
end.
he gave him the belt. It was like a passing of the torch and stuff. Yeah.
Wow.
If you look back, it was a really good match for both
Yeah,
of them. Yeah.
It was actually supposed to be Warrior kind of taking over.
Yeah,
for
I mean, Hogan was
and-
supposed to be passing the torch, but he fumbled that ball.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that was the longest Warrior ever wrestled. Most of the matches, remember, were like clothesline, splash, win.
Yeah.
And that was like 20 minutes, that match. 30 minutes, I think it was.
Well, my 3 was his.